It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffing something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what it do? It's your big dog, Bobo Luciano in the house. Want to thank y'all again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We're back, up your back, going smack, 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 like we always do. And it feel good to you too, cause it feel good to me. Say, I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl Jazzy K.
We in the building. Say, man, today, you know I like to talk about legends. I got a bucket list today. I got one of my bucket lists today. This has to be. I'm gonna scoot it up. I was gonna say top 5, top 3 most influential people as far as hip hop is concerned in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Okay, if you don't agree with me, you don't know what the cuff you talking about. Because I'm telling you, this man is one of the ones that started it all. Okay, if I give y'all too many hints, y'all gonna know exactly who it is. Okay, I like to surprise folks, but I can just say this: 4 turntable mega mix. If you know, then you know. I might even say Feel Fresh crew. If you know, then you know. It's the one and only DR.ROCK is in the house. Yes. I'm excited.
Me too.
Appreciate it.
I'm excited, man.
Appreciate it.
Man, I'm excited. You don't know how excited I am.
Yeah, man. We should have been did this.
Last time I saw you, we was getting those awards. You remember that?
Yeah. I said, you know what, man? I lost everything.
You did?
I had at this time I lived in Lancaster. I had a home in Lancaster. It had all the gold plaques on the wall along with the other awards. Man, they came and broke in my house, took everything.
What year?
Serious?
They took that in 2005.
Let me tell you something. We were living in Lancaster the same time.
Yeah.
And we saw the shift of it getting real dark over there,
I
bro.
can tell you when it happened.
Yeah, I can tell you
It was
too.
Katrina.
It was Katrina.
Yeah.
It was Katrina.
Because every house that was empty, they put a Katrina people.
Yes.
What do you call them? Evacuees?
Evacuees
In those homes. And the problem started from there.
It started from there.
It was because I loved Lancaster when I was
Man.
there. It was not. I was in a nice part of Lancaster,
Yes.
but I couldn't do it no more.
I thought you was about to say you got hit with the flood or one of them. You remember the tornado came that year?
You know what? It did do a little damage to my house, but not a lot.
Yeah, I know some people that lost a lot of stuff in the floods.
It was like it skipped us and then.
Yeah, it skipped me.
But that south side of Lancaster where it gets real low, that's a flood zone.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh my God.
That's where I was. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got a buddy lost about, I think it says 5-6 cars
I believe it.
in that last flood that happened.
I believe it.
Shame on it. Say, I love my women, my black sisters, my black queens. So I'm gonna let my wife get this thing started, brother.
Already.
Oh,
So
that's what I'm talking
DR.ROCK, we know for those that don't know, we like to start all the way at the beginning. So were you born and raised in Dallas?
Born and raised Compton, California.
Compton, California.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Compton, California.
So at what age did you make the migration?
Oh, I came here to go to college.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I got to Texas.
That's what's up.
You know, that was one of my questions.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, Bishop?
No, man, I went to University of Texas.
Oh, so you saying that's how you got to Texas?
That's how I got to Texas.
Okay, now I feel you.
Yeah.
I saw one of your pictures throwing up the hook 'em horn sign.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
And while I was on the air, I was going to school.
I didn't know that at all.
I always tell me and Tom Joyner have this little thing, who was the first fly jock? Because I was on the little private planes every Friday at 2:00.
Oh,
Coming to Dallas.
from Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, you really were going.
Yeah, we fly jockey
That was
early.
a commute.
Yeah.
A hell of a commute.
Yeah, radio station gave me an apartment here to stay in. Well, at first I stayed in a hotel a lot. And then after about 2 months, and they realized that, what we were doing was getting bigger.
Yes.
And they gave me my own apartment.
So tell me this. Let's go back to Compton.
Sure.
Are you from a
Well, I had a question before.
Go ahead, babe. Excuse
jump
me.
all the way back to Compton.
Yeah.
So what was it about Texas that made you stay?
Oh, they made me stay? Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot, the money.
Okay.
I don't know why you playing.
Oh yeah.
The cost of living from
Yeah.
California to Texas is like night and day.
Right.
Yeah, my sister tried to
Like
move
that.
up there to California, LA to be exact.
I lived in California for a while.
Carried her ass right on back home.
Sure did.
I go visit from time to time. It is not what it used to be.
The beauty of it or the sereneness of it, what is it? What's different?
I always tell people, if you're going to go visit LA, man, just go to Hollywood, go do your thing in Hollywood and get out.
Okay.
Go to the suburbs.
Yes.
Get a hotel in the suburbs.
Yes.
Downtown LA is
The
it's crazy.
danger zone.
Yeah.
I was in the mountains when I was there.
You kick it.
Susanville.
Oh, well, that's okay. Susanville's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about people out there, like you say, sitting in some of those parts of towns, just sitting eating lunch. Somebody just come up. Well, we heard that about PNB.ROCK, but just regular folks though. Listen, and then they'll just get robbed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's out the blue, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
So in Compton, single parent household, 2-parent
Oh
household.
no, mom and daddy was together 52 years before my father died.
Oh man, rest his
that's
soul.
a blessing.
Yeah.
really,
My mother's still living. Matter of fact, she's in the hospital right now.
Oh man, we'll pray for
I appreciate that, bro.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, she 82.
her. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful life.
Blessing.
Oh yeah. That's a spoiled woman.
Okay.
She got 6 children. And
I was
we
just
all
about to
spoiled her. 6 of us, bro. We all spoiled her.
That's good, man.
That's beautiful.
You're supposed to spoil your mom because I lost my mom in 2016 and it ain't nothing like it. And shower her with love.
Yes.
Trust me, I know.
Shower her with
Only
love.
get one.
Yeah, but she's spoiled rotten though.
It's all right. She deserve a little spoiling.
Well, wait a minute. She didn't spoil you, Rodney? As much as she could?
Here it go. I'm gonna say my daddy did.
Okay.
Yeah, pops. Yeah,
The truth.
Yeah, my father. He was one of those. He worked 2 jobs for almost 20-some years.
What kind of work you do?
He started out. He did window washing.
Okay.
For the LA Unified School District,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there he had his own little side janitorial service.
I read it.
And so I always tell people used to think we was rich. My father, his old saying, God bless his soul, he said, when you come to our neighborhood and you looking for the Joneses, we were the Joneses.
Y'all were
That
the
part.
Joneses.
Yeah.
Lived like the Joneses.
Yeah. Even though we was in Compton, man, we had motorhomes, Cadillacs, motorcycles.
What years were these? In the 70s?
Oh, 60s and 70s. I mean, my father, my parents moved to California, and they're from Little Rock, Arkansas. They moved to California when they got married, and they bought that house in 1969.
Wow. 1969 is a long time. That's a year after I was, excuse me. I ain't about to tell my age. Well, I ain't scared. A year after I was born. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. They bought it. I love the story. They bought it for $46,000.
Wow.
When my parents sold it, when I got them to move here, I had to buy them a house to get them to move here. They sold their house for $785,000.
Yes.
Now, mind you, this was a 3-bedroom,
I believe
1 bath, no central air, no central heat.
But it's in California.
But it's in Cali.
Yeah. I've heard the rumors.
Yeah,
Cost of living up there is
it's crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, $1 million homes is 1,300 square feet in Compton.
So,
Well, he's trying to creep up that way here.
yeah,
But because they moving here.
Yeah, I
yes.
know.
Yeah.
And they know they can afford it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a buddy, he passed away. I used to work with him, Mr. Rumple. He sold his home. He had a home in Los Angeles.
Okay.
He had a lake home.
Okay.
And they had like an extravagant costume business. Like if you want to look like Superman, you really gonna look like Superman. You know, that type of thing. And they sold all 3 and were multi-millionaires when they came down, bought their home cash. He came down here, bought them a vet, just.
A lot of people from Cali come down here and buy their home cat. I wish they would come see me because it's my business. But
Hey, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to put that out there. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to speak that into existence.
I heard
sure.
that.
Because they coming.
Yeah, they coming.
They coming. I mean,
definitely.
what is it?
They here.
Who moved here? Toyota? Somebody moved here. I think Frisco.
Toyota.
Yes, and I know a lot of people from California. Well, I heard a lot of people from California move.
You know they putting a Universal Park here.
Yeah, we just talked about that. How you think that's gonna be?
Man, that's gonna be
Gonna
awesome.
be live.
Because you got that in Frisco. You got the Cowboys in Frisco. You got the PGA headquarters now in Frisco.
Ooh.
Oh, Frisco is booming now.
And they do the NCAA thing out there
Correct, the
too.
Mundo. I thought about buying in Frisco. I really did.
You
I
should
looked at-
have.
Mm-mm. I looked at the taxes.
I was about to say the taxes was gonna tear your ass up.
Oh man, I looked at the taxes and decided to go someplace else.
Yes. I thought about that. I was about to retract that statement.
Yeah, I'm down.
The taxes got to be wild
Oh,
out
they
there.
getting bananas now. Yeah.
It's bananas.
So,
Sorry.
so in Compton,
Yeah.
in the 70s and let's just say 70s,
Okay.
draw a picture for them about, because a lot of people didn't hear Compton until NWA, and they think the worst of Compton. It may be that way.
I'm not gonna lie. Compton wasn't. Compton was just about as bad as what they depicted it.
When you were coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ain't like that now, but
Yeah,
yeah, when I was coming up, drive-by shootings was just a natural occurrence.
man.
Yeah. There's been many times that I thought that I wasn't gonna be here.
And what high school did you go out to?
Centennial.
Centennial High School.
Centennial, yeah.
And you play sports out there? Or?
Ran track.
Oh, you
That's
did?
what got me to Texas.
That's where I'm going. I was like, I'm asking how'd you get here? Was it a scholarship?
Yeah, it was a full scholarship.
What you run? Track's my second favorite sport.
100, 200, 400.
Oh, you was a
In
sprinter.
a relay. Yeah, in the relays.
Oh, wow. That's my events. I mean, as far as watching. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
Can't do them with the damn. I was 800 runner when I was your size.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 800 runner. Run about 2 minutes. I couldn't break that 2-minute mark.
I can't break 3 right now.
Really? Oh,
Knees too.
oh hell no. Yeah, me
My
too.
knees too bad.
Me too, man. So
That track could do it.
for real.
Basketball.
Ultra basketball for sure will do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you in Texas.
Yeah.
Wait, let me scoot back. Were you DJing in California?
Yeah. Started with well, actually it was Lonzo and the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
Actually, his first name was Disco Construction Production.
Really?
Yeah. That was the first one.
The World Class Wrecking Crew. Dr. Dre, Yella, Lonzo. Yes.
All of them.
So
They owe me everything.
So you was their DJ.
I was their DJ. I taught Dre.
You taught Dre how to DJ?
Taught Dre and taught Yella.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's a super tight exclusive. If y'all never heard that before.
Yeah.
What you see what I'm saying? This is a bucket list. I knew this was gonna be historical. So how did you meet those guys?
Oh, all through Lonzo.
Okay.
And they come into the club. I was 16 when I was DJing.
Mm-hmm.
And, they would all come to the club. I would practice. Lonzo actually lived on the next street over from me.
Yes.
Eve After Dark was maybe a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And, he used to do stuff, man, all the time with Uncle, they would do the parties like I did here.
Yes.
That's what they were doing. That's where I got the ideas from. Everything I did, I learned from Lonzo.
Okay. He's older than you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Big bro type thing.
Yeah.
Already. So when you're here in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
were you DJing in Austin?
No. Here was the thing. When I came here, I had planned on not DJing it ever. I was done because I was going to school.
Okay.
And Dwayne Dancer,
Oh, really?
who used to be in LA too, used to do stuff in LA, hollered at me because I came down here and I started DJing a couple of parties because I had friends down here. And I was going back and forth from UT to UTA.
Okay.
UTA had a class that I needed in the summer anyway.
Okay.
So I would DJ in Fort Worth at Speakeasy.
Okay.
And it was kind of, it's like, cool. So I was growing a lot of attention. And at that time, Ushay had just left 107.5.
Yes.
What's that? K&OK.
Yes.
Had just left K&OK and went over to K104. And Dwayne Dancer was very bitter about that.
He was upset about the move.
He was upset about Shay leaving, and going over there. So
Dwayne Dancer was at 107.5 0.5
That's he's my mentor today. When I tell you that's my mentor, that's my
him.
second daddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he came and saw me one time at Speakeasy. He said, and I told him, I said, yeah, I just come up here every now and then. I don't come up all the time. He says, well, what would you like to come? What can I get you to come up here all the time? I said, shoot, man, I ain't driving up and down the highway like that. He said, son, that's what they make planes for. I said, whoa. So the first time they put me on air in K&OK, they forgot to bring the turntables and the mixer.
Yeah.
So they just had the studio stuff, which they had, a couple of record, pads and carrying on. So I'm thinking they finna put me on the air. And I'm like, okay, where's the system? We ain't got none. And you on in 5 minutes. I'm like,
what did they want you to do?
Wait a minute, hold up. and I mean, at that time it was Julie Summers was on.
Yeah.
And I was coming, she was getting off and I was coming on. And I'm like, okay, what am I do? So I'm starting thinking real hard. So I took the rubber mats off the turntables, put on a piece of paper, cut them real quick, put the paper down, grabbed me a couple of coins, taped it down on the needle, and I scratched with the knobs.
Wow.
That was my first. And so the next day, the owner of the station said, what do you need? He says, that was the best thing I'd ever heard. I said, well, you ain't heard crap yet. That was hard to do it with knobs. And that was very hard, but it went off very well. So the next day, they got me a system, put it all in there, and it went from there. And then at that time, it was Quinn Eccles was my dog. He's actually my fraternity brother, too.
Oh, really? Sigma, right?
Yes, sir. Phi Beta, blue to my heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom was a Zeta.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, mama. I like mama. There you go, mama. So Quinn said, hey, man, I'm going to get you some tables because I was going to buy some. He says, no, let me get them because Quinn was promoting me at the time. I didn't know Quinn was pimping me. But Quinn was promoting me, because they didn't want me in the streets yet. They didn't want people to see me because the buzz had taken off really, really good.
Yeah.
And considering that K&OK didn't have the signal K104 had, and they waited for a whole book to come out before they let me come in the streets.
Wow.
Yeah, so when the first book came out, it came out 16.5. And in a 16.5 in a book
yes.
with a weak signal, K104 was like, what the hell happened? So the radio station come back to me after the first book and say, man, what do you want? And so I said, what do you mean, what do I want? And they said, what do you want? Dwayne Dancer, man, as much I love my brother. When I tell you that man look out for me. Yes. That man look out for me. He says, Rock, hey, we gonna give you a little bit more money. I said, okay. I didn't know nothing about no damn ratings. Excuse me for cussing. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about no ratings. Then he hit me. He says, man, every 10th of a point is $100,000. I said, excuse me? You say what?
Right.
A 10th of a point, not a point.
Ching,
No,
ching.
10th of a point.
Yeah.
Is equivalent to $100,000 in revenue. Yeah. I said, ooh, okay. So about maybe
the wheels start turning, huh?
Yeah. And mind you, I'm in college.
Yeah. Teenager or you in your early 20s?
I'm 19, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm 18, 19 years old. And I'm like, okay, how much y'all giving me? Because I know when I worked for the World Class Wreckin crew, them jokers just give me $35 to DJ at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much was you making at the club?
Oh man, they was making bank.
So at the work, what was being with the World Class Wreckin crew was affiliated with the club you were DJing at as well?
Yeah, Eve at the Dark.
Okay.
Eve at the Dark is iconic, man. That's anybody from LA and was back in the day know that is the place where everybody came out. The neighborhood I came from had so much talent that we had Easy, we had Drake, we had Yellow, we had like 3 or 4 baseball players, professional baseball players. We had 3 or 4 professional football players. We just had a multitude of people.
Yeah.
In that whole area. Within a 5-mile radius is probably 10 more TV stars. You know, and my understanding was at one time they was gonna make a movie about it, but I never heard anything else about it.
Somebody might need to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
At least a documentary.
Right?
yeah. Well, you know, there's already been a couple of documentaries coming out of there. So,
Oh, really?
well, yeah. NWA.
Well, I'm talking about out of that about the club though.
No. They should make one about Eve After
Yeah.
Dark.
That's
though.
what I'm saying.
That's a
They
lot of
should.
history.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a lot of history come out of there.
Yeah. It is.
What was the club in New York? Everybody used, that they made 51.
51?
Yes, that
Studio
they-
51.
that-
Yeah.
something
Eve After
like
Dark
that.
is definitely fit Studio 51 for LA.
There you go.
Yeah. No
You
doubt.
might need to put a bug in somebody here. Executive producer.
Yeah. Give me some money.
Okay. That part.
Get a bag.
That part.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely would take it.
Yeah.
So what made a move? I mean, what was it to make you go to K104?
Whew.
Because first of all, let me cut you. I didn't mean to cut you out, but being because we were fanatics back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fans.
Yeah.
We were fans.
Yeah.
We were kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then everybody knew about Ushay.
Sure.
Then we heard about this young guy coming, and I remember
Mm-hmm.
like it was yesterday. Got this young guy in town named DR.ROCK. So in the streets,
Yeah.
I'm from Oak Cliff. It may be some type of competition thing. So
Right.
so what made you go to K104?
Okay. K104 was getting ready to replace Dwayne Dancer with this guy named Kelly.
Okay.
I can't even remember Kelly's last name, but he was the program director. And I guess they were giving Dwayne a different job versus program director. Of course, I had so much love for Dwayne.
Yeah.
So they came to me and they said, okay, give this guy a chance. So the first time I'm on the air, when I meet him, he comes to me and he says, hey, you need to come see me on Monday. We're going to go through a playlist of what you can play. I said, dude, no. And he was like, yeah, man. So I come Monday, come up there, because I go back to school.
Yeah.
So I stay for this meeting.
Yes.
And he started talking. Now, mind you, excuse me if I say this, if I sound wrong about it, please, I do not mean anything about it. Kelly was a white boy
Yes.
at K&OK trying to tell black people what to play. So my conversation with him was extremely short. I said, dude, they ain't never asked me. I said, what I play is like nobody else. Because when I came here, nobody was playing rap.
At
not
all.
not a soul.
Not at all.
Nobody. And everybody's claim they have, they lying.
Yeah, I know it. You're right.
So
First time I really heard it in the mix was you.
yeah.
Because Ushay was more funk.
All funk. And I
Yes.
loved him.
Yes.
flew down a couple of times just to watch him.
Oh yeah, he was cold blooded with it, man.
Ushay was probably one of the best mixers I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
That boy was cold with mixes.
Very cold.
Yeah, he made me practice. Now I knew I could scratch and can. Ushay made me practice my blending.
Yes.
And that's something I didn't take too. I was like, okay,
Yeah, he was cold with it.
yeah. He made me a better DJ for real.
Iron sharpen iron.
What's up?
Oh yeah,
know what I'm talking
definitely. So Kelly, I told him at that moment, I said, you know what, bro? I ain't feeling you. Straight to his face.
Already.
Hey.
I'm not feeling you. So I'm getting ready to walk out the door, and Mr. C grabbed me, which is the owner. He said, hey, man, the problem? I said, yeah. You need to get Dwayne back in here and get rid of him. And he says, well, what's the problem? I says, he's trying to program my show.
He the problem.
He have no idea what the hell. I can tell him a song. He wouldn't know what the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
So they let me calm down for about 2 days. But meanwhile, I'm brewing. So in that 2 days, I guess the word got back that I wasn't happy to somebody over at K104. So at that time, Terry, who was the program director, she was the program director, she picked up the phone, she called me and said, Kate, can we go to lunch? I thought she was flirting. I was like, hey, 'cause Terry's pretty. I said, hey, Terry, yeah, what you want to go?
Yeah.
I'll be back this weekend, She says, yeah. So I came on back on that Friday. I came back Friday and I went to dinner with her. And she was like, listen, what would it take to get you at K104? And at that time, we called him Grand Poobah, but it was Michael Spears was the program director.
Michael Spears.
Michael Spears called me on the phone, which I thought was impressive because, back then you call somebody on a cell phone.
Yeah.
That was money because we had the brick phone.
Oh yeah.
We had the brick. That cost too much money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had the
For
brick
sure.
phone. Yeah, so he called me on the phone And he said, man, I sure would like to have you come and talk to us, and I want you to join. I said, man, you drunk as hell. I'm not joining that little short midget. And that's exactly how I said it. He says, no. With you guys both over there, he said, with you guys both over there, we would be unstoppable. And at that time, I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking like, nah, man, Shay done talked about my mama. Because when we got on the air, we talked about each other.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
But people didn't realize I learned something from Shay. And so when I did decide to go ahead and join K104, it was because they wouldn't remove Kelly. That's the reason I went on and joined K104. So K104 offered me a nice package. It was more money than I was like, are y'all for real? Y'all gonna give me this for 4 hours on the radio once a week? Yeah.
All right.
Bet.
Yes.
I'm in.
Ching ching.
Because I knew the money that I was making while I was DJing live at the clubs.
Yeah.
I was like, shoot.
I'm in.
Yeah, money talks.
About, man.
Oh, yeah.
What you talk about, man?
I used to go over to K104
Money talks.
back in the day. I would say early 90s.
Yeah.
The parking lot used to look like.
I know a who's who.
Yes.
Yeah. I used to have mine up in there too.
Yeah, and I know y'all were getting a nice check. And I was, in hindsight, congratulations, brother.
Shout out to Uncle High, man. I will say this to the day they put me in the dirt. That man has always been good.
Now, who was that?
Uncle Hyman Childs owns K104.
Yes.
And we call him Uncle High. He was so nice to me, man. And even, this is what he did. I don't even mind telling y'all my deal. He said, I'm going to pay you this. And everything that you raise the rate to, every 10th of a point, I'm going to give you another $1,000. Now, remember, I did a 16 over there. And K104, they barely beat me with a 17-something. When I came to K104, my next book was a 31-2. No one has ever came close.
Oh, you came through here like a Viking, bro.
Yeah. Uncle High, when he paid that check to me, he said, we gonna restructure this, bro.
Oh, he tried to change the pay plan.
Oh, he did. And I understood, man, because that check was large.
He didn't think it was going.
Yeah, he didn't think so. Yeah. It was large. And I said, I tell you what, Uncle High, just raise the normal pay, and we won't even do the scale.
Yeah.
And that's how we worked out the rest of it.
That's beautiful that you was
Oh, man, please. Uncle High looked out for me, man.
So let me ask you a question, because you hear things. I'm glad you brought up Hyman
Childs.
Hyman Childs.
Yeah.
White brother, right? Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
You say he's cool.
Cool as hell.
Okay. Did you ever feel the same way that you feel about Kelly, about him?
No.
Never.
Because Uncle High respected me from day one. Kelly didn't. Day one, Uncle High. Respect from the time I walked in the door. Him and Grand Poobah, which Michael Spears, was white.
Wow.
Gave a lot of respect from day one.
That's beautiful.
As a matter of fact, White Gary, who's the program director now over there, was in K104 back in the day.
What was his role back then?
Oh, you know what? He used to drive the K104 cars, and he did street team. Yeah,
worked his way up.
And worked his way. Now he the boss.
Oh yeah, that's. I love to hear that.
Yeah, I love White Gary, man. We still talk to this day.
He's married to.
Oh God, don't get. Oh, you finna mess me up, man.
My boy's mama.
She worked there too. She worked at K104 too. Francis. I was with the Tom Jordan Morning Show at that time.
Oh yeah, you doing big things.
Yeah, I was going
with the fly job.
I was fly jocking.
So K104.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of these parties you used to throw around town.
Yeah, they legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Twilight skating ring.
Yeah.
Shamrock skating ring.
Yeah.
The Moreland YMCA. I came there personally to see you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That one. I think some of the biggest ones. Well, the biggest one ever that wasn't in the convention center, because the convention center was the one that held 20,000.
Yes.
But the Twilight, when I battled Ushay live on air, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Because it was 5,000 in and 10,000 outside.
Damn.
What was that like?
They called, oh my God, they called the police. They had horses. Oh, it was crazy. They fined us for blocking the streets. Like I had something to do with it.
Yeah.
They sent me a fine for that.
Really?
City of Dallas.
Wow.
Why they didn't find the skating rink?
Yeah.
They fined them too.
Oh, they wanted a little bit of
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, listen, man. Shoot. I got so much in trouble with the city, especially city of Lancaster. I got so much trouble with them because when I would put up those posters,
Yeah.
oh, they
Oh yeah.
you can't do that. I'm
Shout
like, man,
out
what you
City
talking
of
about?
Lancaster.
So Lancaster would send me a bill every Monday.
Lancaster was real white
Yeah,
back then.
They were very white.
Very, very white.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about,
And the
man.
dude that owned Shamrock Jr., who he passed about 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, good dude. No, another good dude. Another
Man,
good
we
white
used to,
man.
boy, that was our neighborhood skating rink.
Yeah, man. If you know Junior, man, Junior probably gave me the best gift of ever. It was my birthday, and I was pulling in, and he said, "Go park your car in the back." I said, "Park my car in the back." He know how I felt at that time. I was driving the Beamer with the center line rims on it. You know, I'm like, man, you know, people want to steal this, man. You crazy? No, park your car in the back. I said, all right. So I parked my car in the back, and he said, "Oh, by the way, go get I got you some a stand." He said a stand or something for my records. He's, you know, instead of putting my crate on the ground, he said, "I got something for you back there."
Yeah.
So he said, "Open up the garage." Brand new Beamer. And there I said, "That's a nice car, man. Whose is it?" He said, "It's yours." Gave me a brand new Beamer.
What you do with the old one?
I sold it.
I bet you did.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Gave me a brand new convertible BMW 328.
That's what's up.
328 convertible. And I just looked at him, man. I said, "Dude," he says, "I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You have made me just a little bit over $1 million."
Bro, that parking lot used to be jam-packed.
Oh, I know.
You work for the Beamer.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
did. But then he paid me well.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I got paid very well.
Do you believe that some people, outside of the money that they make,
Mhm.
would throw gifts at people to keep them, you know, young brothers, to keep them pacified back then,
Yeah,
not to pay them what they were really worth?
absolutely. I used to fight that.
Yeah.
I used to tell people that all the time.
Here's a car.
Oh, no. Here's a house you can live in,
Yeah.
but it ain't in your name.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I hear about that.
Here's a car's house. Take this jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
but it ain't in your name.
It ain't in your name.
Yeah.
I can come get it at any time. Repo it.
And they will.
I know they will.
They will.
So what was it like being a part of the Tom Joyner Morning Show? I love that was
Nah, Tom Joyner.
Epic.
Tom is a different type of dude,
Yeah.
man.
A genius.
I'm gonna give you that.
yeah.
That dude was so
He
funny.
used to make me mad sometimes, but I'm gonna give you that. He was a genius.
That dude was a genius. I don't know how he used to come up with that stuff in the morning.
He would think these things through, and I'd get that call at 2 a.m. Say, man, wake up. Got an idea. And then I had to get up and work on it,
Oh wow.
you know, as a producer of the show.
Oh, you were the producer as well. You went from being just a DJ.
Oh, no, I was producer of the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, your hands was full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to do all the little carts and everything back then. They had a cart machine.
Yeah.
You know what the
yeah,
8-track tape thing?
Yeah, when we went away from the cart machine
Yeah.
to the computers and everything, you know, and everything to the touch screens, we went full digital. I think we went full digital about 2001 or 2002, somewhere off in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody had those old school carts like we had at Ken.
Oh, yeah.
Ken O'Rand probably still got them. I ain't lying.
Don't say that, man.
It's community radio. They ain't trying to fix nothing.
Man, they ain't no way they got them carts.
Man,
They might.
let's just say this. The other day, wife and I,
them cards.
hey, matter of fact, we can ask them.
Yeah.
Do they still have cards?
We moved on.
Y'all did?
I told
I'm like, man,
I told you. I see him in the background.
but you know what, bro? We were up there the other day.
Oh, word.
Y'all still got them same cabinets.
Oh, man. Heck yeah.
They moved 3 or 4 different locations, but them same wood cabinets is in there. I said, yeah.
Oh, they like them cabinets.
They like them cabinets. I said,
Plywood.
they pulled the motherfucking cabinets off the wall and take it with them.
Yeah.
That's why I thought the carts was in the
I ain't gonna
cabinet.
say his name. I see you over there talking to him. I'm trying not to say his
Oh,
name. I
yeah.
almost said his name, and I said, I don't think y'all want me to say his
Oh man, you
That-
can.
I love this dude.
You can say his name.
He knows too. He
You can-
knows.
yeah, you can say-
Easy Eddie.
Yeah, man.
Boy, I love that man.
That's a commercial.
Yeah.
That's a commercial.
Yeah.
Y'all know we got it coming. Y'all better subscribe.
Yeah.
We ain't playing. We're trying to get all this Dallas history,
Man,
man.
and by the way, before I leave, before I get, shout out to my boy, and I'm looking right at him right now. It's Sing Yellowhammer.
Oh, K. Cole.
K. Cole.
K. Cole.
Yes, our boy. We got you.
K. Cole is who made sure
He did.
me and you.
Oh yeah, he tag
crossed
teamed both of
paths.
us.
Oh,
Yes.
he got in my ass about it too. But he got a little mad at me too. I said, brother, come on, man, don't be mad. It's all good, man. It's just a misunderstanding. Don't be mad at me. But K. Cole, you the man, bro. You the man.
Yeah, man. He did put this together. Matter of fact, I always get through the interview process, and then we don't mail nothing. I always call people and say thank you.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Because I got because somebody hooked me up with Doc, and I say, man, I love you, brother.
Wow.
Matter of fact, my cousin hooked me up with him and put us together, and I was like, man, thank you.
He had a great interview, ain't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he is, man. Very legendary interview. But before we go any further, because I was just thinking about something, we skipped the part, didn't we, baby? I need you to, for good luck, we need to rub the star, please.
You rub the star. And I like the fact that it's a blue star.
That's like Apollo. That's like our Apollo thing.
Oh, my bad.
Did you see where you are, though? Did you know
The Texas table.
Yeah, we're in
I
Texas.
caught the Texas table, but the star, I like the blue star.
The
man.
blue star in Dallas it represents the Cowboys.
Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma
Oh, yeah.
Incorporated.
That's your color blue as well.
Shout out. Shout out.
Man, you might have to take a picture by the star.
Yeah.
So, man, we talked about the parties.
Oh, yeah.
The wild party. Oh, let's talk about one other party that I know I was there. I was a part of.
What's that?
We're gonna talk about no beef, but again, friendly competition. Because you mentioned Ushay.
Right.
Ushay was at a top echelon as far as mixing
He was the man to knock off.
Man.
He was the man.
funk music.
Yeah.
But my number one guy, as far as mixing hip hop, that I never, ever seen mess up. He could get sloppy drunk and not mess up. You know how some DJs be like, I'm not gonna drink it till after my set. I've seen a couple because I want everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
This dude he wasn't the kind of guy that you could tell was sloppy drunk, but he would be drinking. And I know we were drunk.
Now I'm curious as hell.
Oh, DJ Snake.
Oh, no doubt about it.
That boy Snake
No doubt about
was
it.
a bad
No doubt
man
about it.
mixing.
Snake to me is the stepchild of Ushay.
Yes, he
when it
is.
comes to mixing.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna say that, and me and Snake is real good friends now. Now, back in the day, it was about competition.
Yes, I know.
You know what I'm saying? They'd say, we don't like you. You know, and I'll say, I don't like y'all. But what people didn't realize, after I got over to K104, me and Shay really sat down and figured this stuff out.
Really?
Yeah, we said, we gonna keep this beef going. It's good for business. And see, because he made me mad the first time when I got over there. He said, he looked at me, he was DJing at Stars. And I went to Stars, and they were like, Dr.ROCK's in the house. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at Shay. Shay said, come on up in the booth. I'm going to booth. So he gets on the mic, and he goes, yeah, Dr.ROCK. He said he kept messing with Kelly on live. Kelly, guess what? Dr.ROCK's in the building.
Ooh.
And it was tag teaming them. And Shay said, and don't forget now, I'm number one, and you number two.
You said that on air.
He said that on air. Boy, I steamed all the way home. I said, I'll be damned. Okay, I'm number two, huh? All right, because at that time they had me on Fridays and him on Saturdays. I waxed that ass.
What made you come up with the 4 turntable mega mix?
Man, you know, I started doing that in LA. And when I got to Dallas, Baron Bacon was in the afternoon at K+K.
Ooh.
And
you bringing up some names, bro.
Well, yeah. Baron Bacon was in afternoons, and he said, say, man, I sure could use one of them live mixes for you. He wanted to do the mix in the afternoon during the drive, which nobody was doing yet.
At all.
So I said, all right, bet. I had my turntables, and I had their turntables, and I had a Rain mixer with 2 sliders. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to hook these things up. And I started practicing in the radio station about 3 hours before I did the mix. And it just kind of came to me, to be honest.
Really?
It just came to me. And after that day, I went home and practiced my butt off. And I did it live on Saturday night,
Yeah.
and the rest was history.
You used to, man, that shit, excuse me, incredible. I watched you do it live at that Moreland YMCA because I
did do it.
because you know rumors in the street. Oh, he ain't doing it live.
Everybody said that.
It's taped. Part of that's taped.
Yeah,
It's
Man,
not real.
I saw it with my own eyes.
The first time I did it live in public was at the fair.
Ooh,
It was during
the front.
during the fair, and K+K was at the fair, and I had the 4 turntables then, and Ushay still came. I saw him in the crowd, and I said, "Oh yeah, this finna happen right now. This finna happen right now," because he had his little crowd, and at that time, what was it? The Queen City Rollers.
Yes.
Queen City Rollers, and what was the other group that used to run around with him?
Star-Studded Strutters?
Star-Studded Strutters, which I still see a couple of them there in San Diego, California.
Oh,
right now.
really?
Yeah.
Shout out to them brothers, man.
Yeah, that's what they
Work
are. Yeah,
that
both
nut.
of them. Both of them in Cali.
I really.
Can you still do it?
Can I what?
The 4 turntable mega move.
Hell no.
Let me tell you something. When I saw him doing it, baby, 2 turntables take a lot of work. Imagine 4 of them.
Man, it was the best way for me to tell you, it was like an out of body experience.
Extreme concentration.
Because you had to remember the 2 that was keeping the rhythm, the one for the cut and the one for the scratch.
Yes.
That is crazy to me.
And I'm telling you, and I'm sitting here telling you, in your mind, you got to do that, because if not, all it takes is one of them to get off,
Yeah.
and everything is off.
Yes. And
And you're scrambling to get it
Trying
back
to get
on.
it, yeah.
So I told myself, no matter what, the right hand was the 1 and the 2. The left hand was the 3 and the 4.
got you.
And that was how I got through that.
That was incredible. And let me tell you, so I brought up Snake because we talked about some of your biggest parties.
Yeah.
I was at the party at the Armory.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Woo! Y'all had
That was the
speakers
first. That was the first posters on the poles.
Man,
Yeah.
you and Snake and them together. You had 2 DJ setups. They had your speakers, his speakers stacked on. Speakers was down there to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
That was
1,
incredible.
1, 2, 3, 4 up, 4 across. That's what I did for the Battle of Shay. That wasn't with Snake. That was.
Yeah, it was. No, Snake was there. I helped carry the turntables.
But I'm saying, was it the one with?
It was at the Armory.
I know he did a big one at the Armory.
That was it. I was there. I helped hook up. I was a roadie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a roadie.
Was it was the BMW parked in the back inside the building?
I don't remember that, but I remember.
Because that was such a big part, because we were throwing money in the trunk.
That part.
Yeah.
That party was so packed.
Yeah, we were throwing money in the trunk. They would just dump the money, go
Yeah.
back.
Throw it in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it
I
took
know what
us
you're
2
talking about.
days
The
to
garage
count.
door used to raise up, and we used to load up from the back.
Yeah, well,
So-
we had the car in there,
Okay,
right behind the stage.
man. Let me tell you something. That was incredible. That was something because, like we said, everybody heard about the beefs, and this was like y'all coming together for the city,
Yeah.
and that was something special,
Oh, yeah.
very special.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't at the Ushay when you and Ushay did one as well.
Oh, at Twilight.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
that
the one 5,000 in, 10,000 out.
No, I'm talking about the one at the Armory.
Yeah. The Army was a big one too.
That was a
That was a
huge
big
one,
one.
man.
Yeah.
Baby, you got some questions for him? Cause
No, I'm just soaking it up.
So this is a big question.
Yes, sir.
How did you come across? I know the answer, but they don't.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come across 2 rappers,
D.O.C. and Fresh K.
Fresh K?
The first time I saw D.O.C. was he was doing the Channel 21 commercials.
That's right.
They was, and I'm like, this dude is dope. So and this is a story I told him too. So the next time I found out they was at this party and they let him rap, and I was in the back listening, because I had on a ball cap, some glasses, and they didn't know it was me.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting back and I'm cooling with a couple of girls, and I'm listening to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this boy's bad. This boy is nice.
Special.
Yeah. And I knew it too. I knew it from the first time I heard him. I said, this dude is nice. And I went to him and I said, hey, you know, I didn't go to him that moment. I had somebody reach out to him to get with me. And he was like, man, I want to get with you. Come on, man. So we started talking and I said, yeah, man, I'm thinking about doing a rap group, which I had not thought about doing. But this dude was so special.
Yeah.
And Fresh K just come with the package.
Yes,
Because if you ask me, if you do, I love Curtis to death, but I used to think Curtis wasn't talented at all. That was my thought pattern. And Doc would write for Fresh K because Fresh K actually had a little bit of a speech impediment.
Oh.
If you ever listen, but that same speech impediment now fits today's rap, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, man, this is crazy. So I used to think, okay, I couldn't have Doc without having him. That just wasn't going to happen. So I understood that.
Yep.
But the first time I watched him sit down and write a song, dude, I was amazed.
Was it a quick?
Man, we wrote Feel Fresh Crew's first album, and Dre flew in to we practiced the crap at my house before we went in the studio.
Wow.
And he was writing something, and he was trying to say it, and it wouldn't flow. So he kept saying it and kept saying it, kept saying it, kept saying it, till he had it. And I can't do the rap, so I ain't gonna lie to you. Something with Harry Carey. But it didn't flow. He made it fit to where
He bent the words to make it fit.
oh my God. I was like, are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
And so Hate to Go to Work was done in my garage.
That's a historical song.
I had just bought an SB12 from messing around with Dre, and I wanted to do it my damn self.
You did the beat.
I did the beat. I did the whole song.
Yes, that's incredible.
I did the whole song. And
That's historical because, you know, no one knows that.
I just wanted to do something that I could say I did and be done with it. That's why I incorporated Tom Joyner in it. And I wanted, because I'm a radio guy.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, cool. We do this. They'll play this on every radio station around the country in the morning. Boom, it worked.
Man, did it ever.
It worked.
I mean, I remember hearing it every morning.
Yeah, it worked.
K104.
It worked. Ronnie Law's Friends and Strangers.
Yes.
I sampled it.
Beautiful.
And they never came for the money.
They never came for the bread?
Mm-mm.
You never
And
had a conversation?
it was always there for them.
You never had a conversation?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's unheard of.
They never came for the bread.
Man, that's a blessing.
I was waiting on it.
Oh, yeah.
Never came.
Hey.
It was just one of the things. I like that song, Friends and Strangers. And I was like, okay, how can I get this in here? And that's how it started.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
So how did you decide to say, okay, I heard you say something about Dre came down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that when the introduction happened for?
With Doc?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first introduction. Then I took Doc and Fresh K to LA where we went in Alonzo's studio and did Dunk the Funk.
Okay.
And Dunk the Funk was, I wanted that raw bass that could hit without distorting your speakers in
So
your
you
car.
had to go to California.
Yeah, I went to Cali.
Yeah.
I had to go get to the best.
Yes.
You know, at least in my mind, that's where the best was.
What studio were you going to out there?
Lonzo's, he had a studio in his home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we spent the time, we was down in LA for maybe like a week or two. And we knocked out 4 songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on this platform, my wife and I try to stay 100% positive.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because we want to put a new light on.
Right.
We're not bloggers. We're more interviewers. We don't want to say we're
Understand.
podcasts. So, but we have to address everything.
Okay.
So, D.O.C. leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And we've heard a story.
Yeah.
That was a conversation had. We won't bring that up, but let's just say.
Oh man, you can bring it up.
Okay. I ain't gonna say who said it. Let's just say that. But let's just say this. When what did you think the first time you heard the line?
Oh, I would have been broke.
Yes.
That line.
Yes.
I was mad.
Yes.
And I was real pissed off because at that time what Doc didn't know that my DJing funded all of that. And we went through Macola Records, who never paid me. They gave me a $50,000 check and a $20,000 check, and both of them bounced.
Wasn't Bobby Jimmy and them over there?
Yeah, both of them bounced. I mean,
I said Bobby Jimmy.
I fought, screamed, and kicked about that because Macola had sold, at that time, they had sold just a little under 500,000
of your record.
and it was time to pay me. And that white man got ghosted.
Wow.
I flew down to LA. My father picked me up. I never forget this. My father picked me up. We didn't go home first. Take me to Macola Studios.
Okay.
So I was going there and I walk in the door and he, Cleo, 'cause that's my real name.
Yeah.
Cleo. And I'm like, yeah, Cleo my ass.
Okay.
You
For my money.
What's the deal? Oh man, we straight. We gon', and I'll go back in the back, man, and I see where he's got because he pressed the records right there at Macola.
Oh, really?
So that's what people don't realize. He was pressing.
He had his own manufacturer.
Yeah, we had a distribution deal with him, but he was distributing more than what he told us. So
I tell you.
yeah.
Paper game.
Always.
Oh yeah.
Always something.
I never got paid off of any of my records.
Wow.
Not a dime. So I used to fund. The only time we made money is when we toured. And our first tour, not our first concert, but our first tour was with Run DMC.
Yes.
And
Major.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Doc loved it. He was right in his alley. LL Cool J was there. I'll never forget. LL Cool J took his shirt off and was rapping. Doc thought he'd do the same thing. Doc, you ain't in shape.
It's not your ministry.
That's not you.
He had a buff.
Yeah, no, he had a little pot gut and carrying on. But I loved him. That's my dog.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell him that.
Oh, he was a sex symbol, baby.
Yeah. He's a handsome man.
Yeah.
So you couldn't tell him, don't take your shirt off, bro.
Yeah.
That LL is cut. Man? That's what LL do. But he wanted to do what LL did. So
Hey, man, sometimes people, take shirt off because they thugging. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It ain't about the buffness.
yeah. So
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
You see a
Back
fat
then-
man taking.
yeah.
Nobody shaming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we won't get canceled.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
I want you guys canceling me, the obese people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he took his shirt off. I didn't even tell him. I just looked at him and go, bro, don't do that, man.
Ever get it.
But I couldn't tell. Doc was Doc, and I had to let him be Doc.
Good.
As much as I tried to corral him, I knew I couldn't corral
Some
him.
people you just can't.
Nah, he was one of them people that you
Yeah,
couldn't.
they just out the gate.
No, he's one.
He was a star.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be beyond.
And sometimes
And I
when you,
wanted to get him paid.
yes.
That's really was my goal. I wanted to get this brother paid.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it based with Macola. So when he broke and went with them, of course that created bad blood with me, Dre, and Easy. Because we was boys. We grew up together.
Wow.
So I didn't speak to Dre. I
How long?
refused to speak to Dre. And he still ain't spoke to him. Mm-mm. Dre's he's texted me a couple times, but we ain't talked.
You need to get that out.
When y'all gonna do that?
Rock.
You gotta ask him.
Rock.
Man, me.
You say he called you?
No, he texted me.
Text
Well,
you.
that's
Yeah,
reaching
he
out.
That's reaching out.
That's the reaching out.
You know what? When they did the Super Bowl
Yes.
and I saw Eve at the dark in that, I said we even.
Oh.
To my say, because he didn't forget where he came from.
Good.
And I said to myself, we even, brother. We even. Because he gave love. Because I know Lonzo's still butthurt about this whole thing. But we all owe Lonzo.
Oh yeah. I've heard
Every
that.
one of us owe Lonzo.
He was the first one to lead the group, wasn't he? The NWA group.
Dre? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard a story about that, and then Macola put out that album.
Oh yeah,
UGK.
Dr. Dre and the Posse. I mean, the Posse.
NWA.
That's 4 songs that was we had on that album. Didn't get paid again.
Didn't get paid again. So was that album released after you went in and confronted the guy?
No.
I was about to say, damn, he bold.
To say he
I
bold,
was about to say he is super
No.
bold.
No. That's the album he's supposed to pay us for. Yeah, and it was crazy. And we were getting ready to go to Profile when Doc did what he did. He didn't know he was going to Profile though. I was getting the deal cut because I wanted him to do a solo album. He's that damn good.
He is that damn good.
Yeah, and I knew it.
And you were gonna probably use the same producers anyway.
We still was gonna go to Dre.
Yeah.
He still was gonna get him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but he did it that way. And at that time, I told myself, even though I was mad, I tore up his contract. He had to pay. They had to pay me 1 thin dime.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Man, I'm a blessed individual, man. I made a lot of money, bro. DJing parties. I made a lot of money. I'm not gonna even say,
Don't front.
I did well.
Already.
I did well.
And I'm glad as brothers
Yeah.
that you guys have mended ways, and say y'all cool now.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a special man and you're a special man.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm asking you that about Dre.
Yeah.
Because we hold on to grudges and things like that. And I'm like, man, life is so short.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all grew
we've
up
lost
together.
some good partners.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably see him and hug his neck if you ever.
I probably was cussed. We probably would cry.
Yeah, that's the type of energy that come into the room.
Because we grew up.
Think about that,
together.
bro. Think about that, bro. Cause life is so short.
Sure
You
is.
probably know his parents. You know your parents. You know that type of thing.
I bawled when his son died. Yeah.
Rectify that, brother. That's just from Bobo.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm always trying to be a peacemaker, man.
I get you.
Yeah, I used to be a rah-rah nigga. I did, man. Petty as hell.
Yeah.
Fuck him for life. You know what I'm saying? But
I talked to everybody but him. Everybody else, I talked to everybody else but him.
talk to him,
It's
bro.
your turn to send a text.
Yeah, well, I don't have the number no more, so I don't even.
I got it.
Yeah, I'm sure. He does. I'm sure he does.
Yeah. How about that man?
Yeah, shoot, he owed him money. Shoot.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Yes, I mean, no one's getting everything that they're owed in their music industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And and that's probably why I did what I did. I had another resource. So the money didn't bother me because I had a resource.
Good.
Yeah. Now when you look
Were
back.
you still on the radio at that time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You still making a bag.
Oh yeah, I was still making shoot.
Yeah.
I was still cleaning up. I didn't care.
So after K104, what happened?
Left and went to New Orleans and worked at Q93 for 2 years. Hated it.
You hated the job. You hated the.
I hated New Orleans.
That's why I was around.
And it's the people. The people were good people. Let me say this: I met some great people.
Lovely people.
The
there.
mentality of the people is what bothered me.
So explain.
You at that time. Moriel was the black mayor of the city. You got 70 to 75% of the city was black, but only. Let me say this, and only maybe 5% was in the upper echelon. The majority of that 70% of black people worked in goods and services.
And lived in poverty.
And the rest of them lived in poverty. They wasn't trying to move forward.
Yeah.
You know, when you have conversations with them about, let's do this, man, I'm going to go have a crawfish boil and eat. You want to eat? You want to drink? You know what I'm saying?
You're satisfied, you mean?
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with the people that I didn't meet everybody, so I can't say it was everybody, but the people that I met.
Yes.
And so the radio station at that time, they was playing that same type of music, jump, whatever, what I'm trying to say.
Trigger Man?
That type, yeah, which was the biggest song ever.
For real?
Yeah, that song, you just don't know. That song made some money.
Man.
Well, so all their music was the same, which bothered the hell out of me.
It is.
So I'm getting there and I'm coming to the radio and he's saying, this is the type of music you got to play. I said, man, that ain't what y'all hired me to do. You hired me to do what I did in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Well, you can't do that. Once again, here we go again.
Yeah.
I said, well,
Kelly coming back out.
I tell you what, I got a contract. You do what you want to do. I'm not playing that.
I know that's.
Do you know I sat out for 2 years? They made me come every day into the studio, say hi, and I can leave.
And you still got your check.
Still got a check.
Hey.
So I would roll to Dallas every weekend.
And still throw parties. Oh, yeah. That's right. Hey.
Yeah.
Two forms of income.
There you go.
Hey,
And I'd had
I
to
don't
drive
knock
my
it.
butt back to New Orleans. I got tired of that ride.
That's a 6 hour. What is a 6 hour?
8 hour ride.
Ooh,
8
that's a
hour
hell of a
drive.
ride.
8
The
hour
man
drive.
already told you they make planes.
Yeah, but I was greedy with the money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Stingy with the money. you mean?
Yeah. Greedy with the money. And I'm gonna call it greed. I'm gonna call it greed. Yeah.
So let's talk about this, and we're gonna wrap it up. I know you and I both talked about getting out of the music industry and going on, other ventures.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak on the venture that you're?
Oh, right now I'm in the mortgage business.
Okay, speak on it.
A lot of great brothers in this business. I enjoy looking over at a face of let's just say a single mom that was really trying hard and didn't think she could get a house, and she gets one.
Already.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I help a lot of people, and most lenders and banks, you come in there, you got bad credit, they slap you on the back, say, go on about your business, baby. I can't help you.
Yeah.
Come back when your credit's good and you got a bunch of money. I don't do that.
You work with them.
I work with everybody.
That's
I
beautiful.
mean, I've given away, I do free credit repair. I pay for it.
Just to get them
Listen,
qualified.
if you are serious and you come holler at me and your credit's bad, I'm going to put you in repair. And while you're in repair, I'm going to teach you how to save your money. So when you come out of credit repair, you got the funds, you know what you can afford. I get you with a realtor, they get you in the house.
Done deal.
You done.
And how do people reach you?
Oh, Cleo, your phone number is 214-415-5325. I know that's going to blow my damn phone up.
Hey. Hey.
That's what you want, right?
Don't turn down number you calling, bro.
Yeah, 214-415-5325. And listen, here's what I tell you the best thing to do. If you're thinking about buying a house, you want to buy a house, you can buy a house, just go fill out the application. I make it real easy. It's my name, CleoTurner.com.
Already.
There you
I
go.
make
heard
it
that?
easy.
CleoTurner.com.
Yep.
Y'all support the brother. We're trying to keep the money in.
Yeah.
The money in our community.
Yeah, I do 90% black.
That's beautiful,
Yeah,
bro.
90% black. And I can definitely say, man, there's some people that probably named their child after me.
And when we spoke the first time, you have offices in both Dallas and Fort Worth.
Yeah, we got them. Yeah.
Already?
Fort Worth is our main office. We got some in Dallas. We got one in Mansfield. We do pretty good. Synergy One Lending.
Synergy One Lending. So y'all check that out and y'all support the
absolutely.
brother, man, because this is, like I said, bucket list for me.
We not talking to y'all that have a house.
I mean,
No, I refinance.
Yeah.
You can sell your house and buy another one. I don't care.
Huh.
Okay, well, there you go.
Already.
Yeah, you got a house, you can still holler at me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Then
we
are
refis
talking
and
to y'all.
everything.
Listen, man,
Home equity loans and all.
There you go. Man, I tell people all the time, man, generational wealth.
Yes.
I guess a lot of brothers and sisters that's into buying and flipping a house. A lot of them don't hold on to them. Some of them do, but they buy them and they flip them, take them, buy them, flip them, buy them.
Too fast.
If they hold on to those properties,
How long? About 5 years?
yeah, 5-6 years, get the equity out of it, then turn around, sell it, then do the same thing. I got one partner that got 75 houses.
I got a
He
buddy
don't sell nothing.
that's own them.
He own 'em.
Is he renting them out?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
he
a
don't
buddy.
sell nothing.
Mm.
And he read them
In
out.
the area?
The majority of them are Section 8.
That's what
So his checks is automatic.
automatic from the government.
I'm telling you, I look at him, I just go, man. Every time he ride by this Lamborghini, I just say, I hate you.
That's somebody that's got what he got, like a property manager to just take care of everything for him?
He
That's
got
like,
2 property managers.
you got 2 for 75.
He got 2.
Maybe more than
He
that.
got 2. He
And that's-
doing well.
He doing very well.
Yeah.
I work with a brother that did the same thing. He's not quite. I think I mean I was say yeah. He's up there. I think he's got like 20 properties.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good
Anytime
for-
you got over 10, you ball.
yeah, he doing a pretty good deal, man. Well, brother, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Shut up.
Oh, my bad. You said she keep me straight, bro. She keep me straight.
I got you.
Please give your shout outs because I know you got family.
Oh, yeah. Wifey, I love you, boo-boo.
Oh.
Hey,
You be home. We got him safe up here.
Yeah. She look at, man, it took me a long time to say I do, bro.
I bet.
I got the right one, man.
There you
Me too.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I love. Like I told you before we started this, I love that. I love the fact that you work with your wife, bro.
That's my dynamic, man. That's my everyday dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I mean, we
Every day.
do pretty much everything together.
that's sweet. That's,
Yeah.
that's
So
what's up.
and I can't work with her because she's an RN. So we decided to work together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what my daughter does.
Yeah.
My daughter's an RN.
Oh, she's got that's a noble job.
It's a hard job.
Yeah, it is.
She tells me sometime. I don't see how you do it.
I want you to explain something to people. One thing, because you've had.
Wait a minute. I started. Shout out to wifey.
Yes, you do that.
Shout out to mama.
I thought you was through.
No, I'm sorry. Mom. Shout out my mama. She 82. She in a hospital.
Shout out mama.
She in the hospital right now, but she's fine. She had a little in her lungs pneumonia.
Okay.
So she's doing good. Shout out to all my sisters and brothers that now live in Texas.
Hey.
Yeah, not all of them, but 3 of my sisters live here now. So they're in the Metroplex. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, mind you, they never see me DJ. Ever.
They never came to Dallas.
By the time all they heard is the rumors and seen the videos and carrying on, but they never really got to see.
Listen, fellow Turner sisters. This man's legendary. Okay, from somebody that watched it with my own 4 eyes.
They still
The
treat me
man
like
is oh, you little bro.
they treat me
big bro.
like they treat like I'm crap. They still treat me the same. Hey, let me tell you, I got a good family, man. I love my fam.
But family is here to keep you humble.
Yeah, and they do. I got my youngest brother.
He's a big deal.
Yeah,
He's a big deal.
My
okay?
youngest brother, man, he keeps me humble to this day. He still call me and talk to me like I'm his child.
You gotta have somebody.
Oh
there.
yeah. You gotta have somebody like that.
And shout out, like I said, shout out to K+World, definitely. Doc, D.O.C., man. We still got to get together about some stuff, man. I told him we gonna do some stuff later.
You want a tough question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Last question, because you hear rumors, not from me, but just people who, like for instance, I had a guest here, and you being the superstar you were when we were young, and then they say, well, I met him, and it wasn't what I thought. He was kind of arrogant to me. Explain that to them.
I got that a lot.
Explain it. Or do you think you were back then because you were young?
No,
and now
no. I never thought I was arrogant. No. Now, what I used to think was everybody was trying to get something out of me. And
you're going up.
And yeah, I had to, because my thought pattern was, since I'm here, let's put Dallas on the map. Well, everybody and their mama think that they allowed to talk to you or allowed to get in your business or allowed to knock on your door at your home.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I know the feeling, though, but no, that's dangerous.
People found out where I lived. I used to live in Arlington. They come knock on the door.
Oh, no.
I'm like, can I help you? Man, you DR.ROCK. Man, listen, I got a rap group. Man, I don't give a damn about your damn rap group. I thought my damn door.
Yeah,
You're crazy. And then, everybody, they see in the streets, they feel like they got some alienated right to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
Even when you busy. And so I got that reputation. And it wasn't, I wasn't arrogant. I just was very confident about myself.
And
cautious.
you do have to put up boundaries. So
Yeah,
if
'cause-
people think, they have to
Man,
think
if I
twice
tell you
about
how
approaching.
many times people just start rapping,
In your ear.
I'm at dinner. I'm at dinner with a beautiful woman at this time, like 87, 88, somewhere up in there. I'm at dinner trying to impress this girl. This Negro is sitting head up here with his girl. He realized it was me. He broke out in a full rap right there in the restaurant.
At the restaurant.
I said, bro, are you serious?
Was he cold?
No, he was terrible.
Three is to the
trash.
folk.
He was trash.
Shout out to
He was
Shout out to
trash.
Bubba Dub. He was trash.
Yeah, he was. He was trash. But yeah, I just it was things like that, man, and and women that didn't get with me.
Yeah.
That was part
twitch
of
your
the
name up.
rumor. Oh yeah. He ain't crap. Oh, then I'd have been gay. I'd have been in prison. I didn't had AIDS. Let me see.
Wow.
I didn't died 5 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, I'd heard every rumor in the book.
Public figure.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
But you know what? I'm gonna say back to Dwayne Dancer. As long as they talking about
That
you,
part.
That's That's a hell of a
Doesn't
statement.
matter what they say about you, as long as they're talking about you.
That's a good way to think.
So a lot of times, hell, I'd start a rumor. Hey, it works.
It does work.
It works. And this was before social media. If we had social media back there, this would be a whole new ballgame.
I know it would be.
This
I
would
know.
be a whole
I think I think the people with the talent in Dallas at that time
Yeah,
would be a
don't-
lot further along.
Don't get me started because
Yes.
it's and if I sound like I'm angry, I am.
I think, yeah, me too.
Dallas had so much talent.
Still to this day.
Yeah, and they threw it away. Now, when I say threw it away, I won't go on rappers. Rappers, there was a lot of rappers here that definitely could have did a whole bunch of work
Yep.
with the right people behind them, with the right record company. They would have done work just like Doc did. The DJs here made me mad. When I left and came back to Dallas, what me and Ushay left them, they messed up.
You laid the blueprint.
I don't mind saying it. I made an average of $5,000 a night. Now, K. Cole told me that's being arrogant
That's not
by
being
saying that. No, I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
That was the minimum that I made. Today's DJ make $200. What happened?
They screwed the game, but they hoard themselves out.
They hoard themselves out. Exactly what they did.
Yeah, yeah.
They let the clubs dictate what they pay them.
And what they're worth.
Listen, I ain't never told you I was a straight up DJ. I always told you I was an artist. And you will pay me as so.
You ain't gonna send them no router.
That
Man,
part.
please, listen. Listen.
This is everything I
Every
need.
time they ask me, and they still ask me to this day, I say, you're not going to pay what I'm worth. Come on, Rock, just DJ one time. You're not going to pay what I'm worth. I have a friend named Daryl Blair that owns Elite News.
That's my brother.
Daryl Blair has tried for 4 years straight. Rock, just
grew up with
one
Daryl.
time, just one time. And we great friends.
Oh yeah.
Man, Rock, what can I give you? I said, Daryl, I'm not going to even look your way until you start at 10 grand.
That's when you're cigar smoking brother.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. Daryl, I love Daryl. I was in his wedding.
Well, yeah, I love you too, Darren.
Yeah.
You from Singing Hills, baby. We went to elementary school and everything.
I
else.
believe it or not, I met his daddy before I met him.
Isn't it sad how they did them for the MLK parade?
Yes, sir. Don't get me started.
That's a tragedy.
You'll get Daryl mad.
That's a tragedy. I know we talked about it one night at the bar. Yeah, he was very frustrated.
Yeah.
And man, again, I appreciate you coming, bro. I could go on and on and on and on talking to you.
And I got so much stuff we could have talked about, but yeah.
Man, can we schedule a part 2 later on down the line? How was it?
No, man, y'all good. Y'all good to go.
So
we
we
can talk about the dirt next time. How about that?
Okay, there we go.
All right, we'll talk about the dirt.
We'll talk about some dirt next time. Say, I got somebody y'all can't get. I got a new friend. Well, we've always been associates, but I feel y'all see this man smiling.
Yeah, I never met you, but
Not-
I just
not
knew about
officially.
you. I never
Yeah.
officially met you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this is the first time I've seen your face.
Thank you. Second time.
Yeah, that's right. Second time. What am I saying?
Yeah,
Second
we
time.
sit right next to each other.
Yeah, second time. Second
Then
time.
it was you, me, then Snake was sitting right here.
Right.
Yeah, so we had a great time that night. But man, I got DR.ROCK in the building. The man sells houses now. Like I say, he's top 3.
I don't sell houses. I give them the money.
You give him the money. Oh, you
I'm
the mortgage.
Yeah.
CleoTime.com.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
I love your wife, man.
Yeah.
Let your wife promote that. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Do a little commercial for him, baby. If y'all
yeah,
on the
so
street,
So you come see me first, and then you go see a realtor because you got to know what you can afford.
that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
You pull the credit and get everything lined up
Yeah,
for him.
man, that's
I
what we
understand that.
Yeah.
Well, say, man, you are a very super tight guest, baby.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.